I believe, Steve, you have a testimony to talk about Flex. Is that correct?
Yes, Malcolm. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Malcolm, for the chance to be able to share what I've found with Flex. But first of all, what a great job you've done on describing Prima. Excellent, excellent. I'm sure everyone has got a lot out of that. I did, and thank you for that. But I can come back to that in a minute. But first of all, I've been on Prima probably for probably 3 to 4 weeks, and then I had my friend staying with me, my business partner Simon, and that particular day, Flex turned up. Now, the Flex turned up and it was unwrapped and so forth, and I started to apply it to the lower back. And my back has been a problem going back in history, playing sport, falling out of trucks, landing on my tailbone, slipping on the floor, several times actually, on a bathroom floor, on the front steps. I really knocked my whole skeletal system around playing baseball, surfing, you know, whatever, happened, motorbike accidents on the beach, everything. So I was a bit of a mess skeletally, and my lower back around my coccyx bone, the tailbone area, was giving me hell. And you played a little vision earlier, Malcolm, where that chap was in the wheelchair and he had the option of going up the stairs in that automatic chair and things like that. Well, that's what I was thinking was going to happen to me. And, God willing, that probably won't, I hope. Anyway, I put the Flex on because what was happening is I was finding it very, very difficult for the last 4 to 5 years after sitting down for more than a few minutes of going to stand up. That was one of the biggest problems. I couldn't stand up properly without stretching my back, and my legs wouldn't move properly. I was starting to feel like incapacitated is a good way to put it. I was frozen. And it wasn't only the pain, it was that immobility or that access or the mobility problem. It just wouldn't allow me, walking across the street, lifting my foot up to get onto the top of the gutter, which isn't that high. That was a difficult, because my brain wanted to lift, but my legs wouldn't move properly sometimes. That wasn't happening every day, but that was happening more and more and more. And it was quite debilitating. So when I seen that, that brought memories back when I seen that staircase and that chair. And that's the difference of what I was like. Now, on that particular day, I was in the office here where I'm calling in from right now, and my friend Simon witnessed me for about 3 to 4 weeks. He was just noticing I couldn't move properly, I couldn't stand up properly, and I applied the Flex, just a bit of a rubbing both hands together, rubbed it on my lower back, and I sat back down, and I got talking to Simon, and we got talking about everything else under the sun, as you do. And I go to get up to go and make a cup of coffee, and lo and behold, he said, "What have you done?" I said, "What do you mean? What happened? Did I do something wrong?" He said, "No." He said, "You're moving properly." He said, "That's the best I've seen you walk since I've seen you in the last 3 to 4 weeks." He said, "You've just." I said, well, I had a wow moment. I really did have a wow moment. I thought, holy, I got really worried because it works. It works. I was thinking no one's going to believe me. And probably people might be listening to this recording, they probably don't. But this is my story. This is what happened to me. I can only talk about me. And that the Flex product is I put on basically nearly every day. I miss a few days now and again, and then it slowly comes back, all the tightness and the stiffness and the immobility. And so I just apply a couple of drops every morning after a shower, and it takes longer to brush your teeth to apply this. This is so simple to use, and I have now got other people in our group using it for all the way from little broken toes to stubbed fingers to other back problems. It's quite amazing. And these are all people that I've known. They're not telling me anything that's not true. So it works. All I can suggest is if you get a chance order the product, try it, give it a go. I don't know what will happen, but this is my story, and that's what happened to me. And just going back quickly on the Prima, I started with the Prima, and as I said before, skeletally, I was always a big problem. Bone, weightlifting, and all those over-stressed joints of mine, knees, elbows, ankles, you name it. I had a lot of arthritis, and it's inflammation. And that Simon even asked me, he says, over a period of time, he says, what have you noticed? I said, didn't notice anything for a few days, but after about 7 days of being on the Prima, taking the Prima once a day, I started to feel different. I said, I don't know what's happening. I can't give you an exact idea what it is, but I know something is happening. And every week for about 3 to 4 weeks, I started to improve mobility again with my joints. Walking up them stairs, it started to become a lot easier because I couldn't even go a third of the way up the stairs before. Now I go, well, I'm no spring chicken, as you can see, but I can now go up the stairs pretty reasonably, and I won't need one of those automatic chairs for a while, I hope, touch wood. So that's my story, Malcolm, and thank you so much.